why are you a realtor? Like I was visiting your website and I saw like, what is your why?
Yeah.
So what is your why? Where did you come from and what's your story?
Yeah, okay, cool. So again, Nicole Stanbra with the Stanbra Home Team. And I'm a New York transplant as of 11 years ago. So I've weathered a few Florida storms, so I feel like I'm a local now. But I lived all along the Eastern Coast, and prior to moving down here, I was in the U.S. Army. So I served as an engineer officer with tours to Iraq and Afghanistan. And when I got out, it was, where do I go find a job? Because I pretty much had a job lined up, and then you ETS out of the military, and it's like, now what? So you have all this training and knowledge and experience, but you have to figure out, where it fits. So anyway, I had an opportunity to get into business development. I've always been in sales and business development, marketing, and it brought me down to Florida. Same with my husband. We both just happened to get jobs in the same kind of area at the same time. So
were you guys both in the military?
We were both in the military.
Okay.
And so my husband, also an engineer officer, we met while we were deployed to Afghanistan. So we didn't even know each other stateside because he went to West Point, I went through ROTC. So it's just kind of it worked out. It wasn't all that bad, right? Being deployed, I got to meet my future husband. So, but yeah, he got out, and then we relocated down here just in, private sector, sales. And I had always I was raised in a family where my father always owned a lot of investment real estate. So in Long Island, I think at any given time, he probably had 40 properties. So he would either flip them or they were tenant occupied. My brother is still in commercial real estate in the city. So I kind of grew up with that in the back of my head, but at the time it wasn't something that was, I was super passionate about. And then because of the military in us, I think every couple of years, my husband and I kept moving. So we started out in Melbourne, up in Satellite Beach, and then we go to West Palm, then Fort Lauderdale, then Palm Beach Gardens, and Juneau, and Jupiter. And I was like, all right, before we move again, one of us has to get our license, because this is just crazy. Like, we're spending all this money on commission paying. Like, one of us should just get it for our own use, And so that's what I did. I ended up just taking the course while I was on maternity leave with my kid, and then we bought and sold a house. So I was like, all right, if nothing else, we saved about 30 grand just in me taking the class for commissions. Mm-hmm. So, and then just little by little, things organically started happening. I would get, a lead here, referral there every once in a while. And at that time, I was working for a utility company full-time. I've been there with them for 7 years, and they were being acquired by another company. So they basically said, well, you can go to the new company or we'll give you severance. And it was one of those kind of moments in life where you're like scared because you had this nice salary for 7 years. And it's like, well, I could take this leap, and you eat what you kill in real estate. And I did it. I just leapt in. I was like, all right, we'll try this thing out. I'm going to work hard at it. And I think it was the best, decision that I made. So I'm lucky for that. But anyway, so the biggest thing I think with the military background has just been that it's just been a part of my business model, my work ethic, and something that I've really used to give back to my fellow veterans and local communities. So I have a Go Serve Big program initiative where I work with my veterans to rebate a portion of our commission back towards their closing costs to kind of help them. And it's just a thank you for their service to the country. And we're also now rolling it out to our local community heroes, our police, our fire, our doctor, physician, nurses, and our teachers. Because really, as a community, there's so much to be thankful for, and just giving back, I think, is really important. So that's been kind of how that's all tied in for me.